Hi everyone, Katie with TransRefuge again. So I'm finally getting around to making another video, this time not religiously focused, and the topic I want to address is transitioning and working in, the business environment as a transgender person. For me, it was one of the biggest sources of anxiety and fear in my transition, and it was actually coming out in the professional world was actually the last place that I was out. So, for those who don't know, I came out in the professional world and went full-time living and presenting and working as a woman in January 2021. Now, I was presenting as a woman outside of the professional world since like March 2020. So, I already had like 9 months of experience everywhere else except for in the professional domain. I was really scared. I thought this was going to derail my career. I'm in a business-to-business sales career. I'm in front of, directors and vice presidents and executives of, all stripes in a variety of companies, on a frequent basis. And I wasn't sure, especially here in the Midwest where I live, where, it's not known for being a particularly trans-friendly region of the country. I didn't know how people were going to react to my transition, especially since I'm pretty well established in my industry. I've been doing this stuff for 16 years. I've been in a sales role in this industry for 5 years. No, 6 years now. So, people know who I am. They have memories of me pre-transition. They knew who I was. I had a pretty good reputation as a technical expert in the field. And I wasn't sure, like, what's going to happen. I had only one person in my industry who got kind of ugly with me on LinkedIn. They sent me some messages that were, excuse me, I think that was on Facebook. But they were from my industry, and like somehow they hunted me down. They sent me some messages. And they got a little ugly with me. They said some things they shouldn't have. So I had to block them. But that's the only negative experience. And they weren't a client of mine anyway, so all my clients have been very supportive. They've been very positive. They, don't seem to be influenced in buying decisions by the fact that I'm transgender. I think one of the fears we get when we transition is that people in the professional world will be more focused on personal and emotional things than on objective business needs. And as long as you're portraying yourself as a professional, you're showing up to meetings, with a professional demeanor, you maintain your composure throughout meetings. You're not like making a spectacle of yourself, and you come with the knowledge they need to serve, their business's needs. It doesn't seem like anybody really cares. If I show up to consult on, some engineering project, and my knowledge base, provides the best solution for their needs, I'm still getting business. My customers have not turned me away and gone to my competitors because of the way I look, because of the way I sound, or, any of those factors. They know that I still have the expertise to serve their needs. I can still offer solutions that are going to be effective. So, that being said, I have talked to some people who maybe we're not in a business-to-business professional role, but like retail can be brutal. I've heard from people who, are maybe in food service or retail or something where you have a lot of public interaction. I'm meeting with clients maybe 3 times a week. Whereas the people who are, in retail or, food service or something roles, it's all day long, every day. Hundreds of people every day. That can be a different struggle because, especially early in transition, if your features, maybe cause people to question your gender identity, you're going to get misgendered a lot. You can even have people get rude. I would recommend before you start presenting as your gender identity on the job, talk to your manager. And if you have to go up the chain a little bit, talk to a director or a vice president of human resources or somebody. Let them know what your plans are. Let them know that you're going to be changing your presentation. You might be changing your pronouns. You might be using a different name. And let them know why. And if they are a good employer, they're going to help you through that process. And if there are customer objections or if there are customers who are rude, they should be helping you to navigate that. So I hope this video encourages some people. I know for me, once I'd been, kind of out in the professional world, presenting as, as a woman, for about 3 months, once I hit that like 90-day point, like I don't even worry about it anymore. It's not even something I really think about anymore. And I used to think about it like all the time, every day. I just kept thinking, what if this ruins my career? What if everybody thinks I'm, some kind of weirdo that, they don't want to do business with anymore? It didn't turn out to be that way. And hopefully for you, as long as you keep your head on level, it can be a smooth transition. It can also be a very validating experience. I know for me, when I came out, I was concerned. So I'm a remote employee. And with COVID, I haven't been to the headquarters in quite a while, over a year. And I was worried, when I go back to the headquarters, will the women there accept me? Will they feel weird having me, because in company social events, like the men and women kind of don't mingle as much. Sometimes they're separated a little bit. Will I be accepted by the other women? Will they feel weird or maybe uncomfortable having me around? And I've had nearly all of them, without me even talking to them about it, make comments to me, expressing that they accept me, that, that they're very supportive. And that took a huge amount of anxiety off my shoulders. And it really made me feel, I would say validated, but also confident that I can be who I am and not feel like I have to watch my back. If I get into a social, a social event with the company, maybe we go out to dinner or something, that I'm not worried about who's around me. Are they going to be thinking negative things about me? And I can just relax and I can be me. So if you have more questions about, the professional transition experience, put them in the comments. Be happy to address them. It's a really, really intimidating experience. But once you get it behind you, life just gets better. So until next time, I'll see you around.